Hi, my name is Andy Edmond. I'm the Assistant Active Health Manager here at Christchurch University, and we bring 7 classes to you a week in conjunction with our parks. This session is our midweek mobility stretch and flex session, and we're going to get going. So we're going to start by using the chair to start with in a seated position. However, if you want to, you can sit on the floor. It's entirely up to you. You just need to maybe put your hands under your buttocks through a couple of the stretches that we're going to start with. Okay, so I'm just going to put the music on and then we'll get going. Okay, can everyone hear that? Perfect. Okay, so we're going to sit just on the front of the chair to start with. Tummy's pulled in, shoulders down and back, hands just on our thighs. Sorry about this. Okay, so we're just going to take a nice deep breath in, and as we blow out, just relax the shoulders down, and a nice deep breath in again, and relax down. One more. Deep breath in. And relax down. Okay, I'd like you to grab the side of the chair or put your hands under your buttocks. Just slightly pulling down. I'd like you to turn your chin towards the corner of the room. So I'm coming slightly forward and diagonal across the room. You should feel the stretch through the side front of the neck. We're coming back to neutral and then over to the other side. Again, just gently pulling down just to increase the slight tension in the neck there, and back to neutral. We're going to go one more time on each side. Deep breath in, and as we blow out, we're going to just turn to the other side again. Keeping your core nice and engaged, back to neutral, and one more on the other side. And back to neutral. Lovely, good. You can either put your hands flat on just across your collarbone or cross them over. It's entirely up to you. And as we blow out, what we're going to do is take a deep breath in and look up and just gently again pull down. You can push the tongue to the top of the mouth if you wish. And gently back to neutral. Deep breath in, and again, here we go. Pulling down gently, floating the neck back, feeling that lovely stretch with the front of the neck. And back to neutral. Fantastic. Okay, I'd like you to put your left arm behind your back. Your right hand is going to come to the back of your head, and you're going to look over your shoulder of the arm that's coming over and gently pull down. You can feel a nice stretch through the back part of the neck and the side. And release. Shake the arm out. Nice deep breath in. We're going to go one more time. Hand over. Look over your shoulder and then pull down gently. Normally holding for around 10 to 15 seconds. And then we're going to come back up and change over sides. So the other arm goes behind. It might be easier to look over the shoulder first, put the hand behind, and then just gently pull down. Come back up to neutral. Lovely. Good deep breath in again. Hand behind. Turn the head, hand behind, and pull down. You're doing amazing. And release. Good. Shake the arms out. This time slightly different. We're going to hold the chair with the left hand. The hand will go now behind the head, and as we blow out, we're just gently going to pull forward and just slightly across at sort of 1 o'clock stretching through, again, the back of the neck, the traps at the top of the shoulders into the neck. Doing amazing. Gently come back up. Take the arms out and go one more time. Deep breath in. Down. Gently pull down. And release. Good. Okay, come back up to neutral. Change sides. So my right hand now is holding the chair. Left hand is going to go behind the head. Gently pulling down. And using my breathing. Keep my core engaged. And release back up. Shake it out. And one more time. This is the last one on the next. 3, 2, 1. Gently come back up. Let's roll the shoulders. A few deep breaths in and out, one way, and then back the other way. Okay, good. We're going to stand up now. We're going to use this chair still, or the wall, whichever you prefer. We're going to move down to our quadriceps, which is the front of our legs, top part of our legs here. You can either use a towel to put round the ankle if you prefer, or we're going to take a nice deep breath in, lift the knee up, take hold of the ankle and just bring it down in line with the other knee, sorry. Lovely. Once we start to release there, without stretching or hyperextending the back, I'd like you just to take the knee just gently back and hold for 5 seconds. And then release. One more time. Taking the knee slightly back. And release. Good. Okay, bring the knee up and allow the foot to go down. Otherwise what happens is it just twangs on the quad. Okay, we're going to change round sides. Again, you might find it's very different on the other side. So lift the knee up. Now this time you can grab the ankle, or if you wanted to, you can grab the foot, which then also stretches through the ankle as well. So we're stretching our hip flexors and our quads. Unfortunately, our quads are really powerful, big muscles, so they do take quite a bit of time to work on to help them release. So this is a really good one to be doing sort of every other day if you do have tight quads. 3, 2, now we're going to take the knee back and release. Lovely. Nice deep breath in. Blow out as we take the knee back again and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that pressure, bring the knee up and then back down. Okay, good. Shake the legs out. If that one was too much for you, we're going to go back to the chair. So I'll go side on, just so you, and we're going to sit to the left side of the chair. I'm sitting with my right buttock on the chair, and take the knee back, but keep the toes tucked under, sitting nice and tall, and again, you get a nice stretch through the quad. Okay? The reason I'm picking a lot on the quad is because it was one of the areas that was asked for. But depending on your flexibility, and again, if you wanted to, you could put the flat of the foot to stretch through the ankle as well, but that does take the pressure off of the quad. Okay, as we've done that, we're just going to quickly go over to the other side. Again, nice deep breath in, taking the leg all the way back so you can feel it just start to bite. If you wanted to increase the tension without actually increasing the range of movement, take the arm up. Then you feel a nice stretch through the obliques as well. 3, 2, 1, and release down. Okay, good. We're still going to use the chair. This is the next step on, if you find that that was quite easy for you. Now, you may need a cushion, because we will end up kneeling. This might be a little bit too far for you, but it's something to work towards. So our first stretch is we're just going to put our foot up onto the chair and just stand nice and tall, and again you can feel the stretch through the quad and through the hip flexor. Lovely, good. Hold in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and change. Again, if you find that you've reached your full range of movement there, take the arm up the same side. It just helps to really elongate all the way through the body, helps with body balance, and gives a lovely stretch. 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, good. Now this is the one where I'll show you what we're going to do first, and then obviously watch after. So I'm going to put one foot up onto the chair, allow my knee to come down to the pillow or whatever you have, and then I've got my other leg out to front. If that's too much, you can use the wall. So against the wall, you can adjust it to where you need to be to get the stretch, okay? If that's too much, just stick with your chair sitting on the side here, okay? So those of us that are maybe just able to go a little bit further, as I say, come down. The main point is to tilt the hips forward, and then you'll feel not a burn, but a slight or a stretch through your hip and in your quads. The reason we do this is because often our quads and our hips get very tight, as in they shorten. 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, come up gently and change over sides. Again, gently go down, find your spot, and then once you feel this is if that's enough of a stretch for you, that's fine, but ideally without arching the back, you want to just try and tilt the hips forward, which will stretch the hip flexor and the quad. Going on from that, what happens is it can cause quite a lot of back irritation when you get an imbalance. 3, 2, 1, and when you're ready, you're just gently going to come back up. So what happens there is, if these are shorter, our quads and our hip flexors, our hips tend to do that. I don't know if you can, which then actually lengthens our hamstrings and makes our hamstrings very tight but weak. So what we want to try and do is tilt our pelvis back the other way, engaging our glutes to help us bring our hips back into line. It's not everybody has that problem, but if you do sit for quite a while in the day and you suffer with lower back problems, that can be one of the causes, okay? So we're going to take the chair away now. Well done for that. We will go over those stretches again next week, but you'll have a better understanding of what I'm trying to get to, okay? So we're just going to take the chair away. Okay. So we're just going to do our normal roll down, and then we're going to go into a plank, okay? So nice deep breath in. We're going to unlock the knees, unlock the hips, just rolling down. This is one of our usual stretches. And then when you're ready, just rotate slightly left and hold. Gently come back to neutral position and rotate to the right. Lovely. Back to neutral position. Walk the fingers out. We're going to go into a plank. The plank can be a normal, what we call a plank. So my shoulders are over my wrists. My bottom is engaged. And I'm off of my knees. If you wish, you can do a plank on your knees, but it is obviously better if you can hold yourself in a plank position for around another 10 seconds. Doing absolutely amazing. Keep your breathing nice and steady. 3, 2, 1. Gently drop the knees to the floor, and then I would like you to come down onto your elbows and then drop your hips down onto the floor. So you're pushing through your shoulders, through your elbows, and a nice gentle stretch through the lower back. Again, don't force anything. I'm gently pushing my hips into the floor and pushing my shoulders up just to increase that slight curvature of the spine. I'm going to take a nice deep breath in, and as I do, I'm going to blow out and turn my head to the left and just look over my left shoulder, pushing my right hip into the floor. Then come back to neutral. Deep breath in, looking over to the right, pushing my left hip into the floor. Back to neutral position. Lovely, good. This time we're going to gently walk our arms out so that then they're at a 90-degree angle. And from here, we're going to lift up and then lower, okay? But we're going to come up for 10 seconds. Nice deep breath in, blowing out and lift. 8, 7, 6. Lovely, Pamela. Fantastic, Christina. Good. 3, 2. Could you turn your mic off, please? 1. And release down. Amazing. Christina, I don't know if you've got your mic on, darling. Sorry.
No.
That's it. If you could turn it off, please. That'd be great. Okay, let's go again. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, and we're going to lift and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7. Well done, Hannah. That's lovely. Keep the head in a nice neutral position. 3, 2, 1, and gently down. Good. Okay, from this position, we're just going to literally push back on our knees into child's pose, trying to get our forehead to the floor with our shoulders, with our forehead on the floor, elbows on the floor, and just stretch out that back. And just hold there for around another 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and gently come up into high kneeling. Now this is maybe where you want your pillows, either for your knees or maybe to put under your ankles. So we're just going to be working through our ankle mobility and releasing pressure in our plantar fascia at the bottom of our feet. Okay, so what the pillows does is it tells the body that it's safe to do that. If there's nothing there, then it can often make the exercise feel very painful, and it mustn't be painful. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start in our high kneeling position and gently just sit back. So we're stretching now through our ankles and our knees. As I say, you might want to have something under there that just you feel a little bit more protected. We're just going to hold there for another 5 seconds. Some people are very flexible. If that's too much, by all means be here and just gently work your way back. Again, when you have the flexibility, you forget how it can be for people that maybe haven't. Okay, so now this time we're going to now stretch the plantar fascia, the bottom of the foot. Again, if you get cramps or ankle problems, this can be a really good stretch for your plantar fascia. So we're going to bring our hands forward and tuck our feet, our toes under. And from here, I'm just going to lift my knees just off the floor. I'm pushing through my shoulders. So now all the tension is in, or you may feel the tension is in your bottom of your foot here, plantar fascia, with your knees off. Hold there for around 10 seconds. Allow yourself to, your knees to come back on. If you want to, just shake them out. And then reset, tuck the toes under again, and push back, gently lifting. The knees just off the floor. That's it, fantastic, well done. Well done, Nigel, that's great. 3, 2, 1. Lovely, okay, so now we're in this position. We're just going to come back to our original first position, which was here. And if that is as far as you feel comfortable with, that's absolutely fine. Those of you that feel confident to, please just walk the hands back just to here, pushing up through the hips, which again is stretching the hip flexors and the quadriceps, but also is putting in quite a lot of pressure in the ankles. So again, please work with your body. 3, 2, 1. Gently coming back up. We're going to put the hands down onto the floor, tuck the toes under, and we're going to come up into what we call downward dog. So we're going to push our hips back, pushing through our shoulders, and we're just going to walk our heels into the floor, which is now stretching our calves. Keep walking. 3, 2, 1. Gently walk the hands back into our pike position. Deep breath in, and then just gently come back up into a standing position. Well done, everyone. Okay, I forgot to say, I'm sure all of us have got walls, otherwise the ceiling will fall in. So we're going to use the wall, and we're going to literally look at the wall, place our hand on the wall, and then just turn to the side, which is a nice stretch through the chest and shoulder. So I'm facing the wall, I'm then turning at a 90-degree angle. So I'm feeling a nice stretch here. If you haven't got the angle there, by all means have your arm up and just turn, just so you feel a little stretch through the shoulder and the chest. 3, 2, 1. Shake that out, chain round onto the other side. Nice deep breath in and blow out as you start to rotate. Don't force anything. Again, these are quite big, powerful muscles that we use, so we don't want to try and force anything. Just allow it to open up. You'll get to know where it feels like it's starting to bite. 3, 2, 1. And shake it out. Good. Okay, this time we're still going to use the wall, or you could use a chair. We've done it before. We're going to come down nice and low and push into the wall, and you should feel it through your shoulders and your lats in your back, or you can use a chair, pushing through like so. You should feel it all the way through. Lovely. Well done, Liz. That's it. Try and get the tops of the shoulders as low as you can, but keep the head in a nice neutral position. Lovely, Alistair. That's it. Don't force anything though. Use your breathing. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Okay. Hopefully you felt that through this part of your back and through your shoulders. So our next one can either use the chair again or the wall, and we're going to stand outside the leg furthest away from the wall or the chair goes behind, and we're going to stretch up and then slightly over. That's again stretching through the hip and again through the obliques and the lats, reaching up all the way through. Again, use your breathing. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Let's turn around, use the other side. So the other foot now goes behind. Nice deep breath in, and really fingertips to the ceiling, all the way up, and then come over. So you should feel a nice stretch all the way through. You're doing amazing. Lovely. Lovely, Christina. Fantastic. Lovely, Annette. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Fantastic. Okay, we're nearly there. So we're going to roll down, go into another plank, and then we're going to turn on to our backs. Okay? So just straight down into the plank. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in, blow out as we come down. Walk the hands out into our plank position. We're just going to hold there for another 15 seconds. A plank really does engage so many muscle groups. Okay. This time I'd like you to take your left leg and tuck it up under. And then walk the other foot back so you feel a lovely stretch through the hip, stretching the glute and the piriformis deep inside your hip. Can you see that better? Lovely. Brilliant. If you feel comfortable, by all means, you can come down onto your elbows if you wish. We're just going to hold there for 3, 2, 1. Tuck the toes under on the straight leg, lift up, take the other leg out, and then bring the other leg in, and then just gently come back down again. Sorry, I don't mean to heavy breathe into the mic, sorry about that. 3, 2, 1. Tuck the toes under the other foot, lift up into plank, drop the knees, and there's no easy way to do it. We're just going to swing round onto our backs. Okay, brilliant. So we're going to start with what I would call, whereas we normally have in a bridge position, we have our knees parallel with our hips. I'd like you to take your feet slightly wider, just very slightly wider, about half an inch each side. And what we're going to do is tilt the pelvis. We're going to come up, and then we're going to squeeze our knees together, open and gently down. Really engaging our glutes, our buttocks at the same time. Okay, so we're going to go for 6. Nice deep breath in. Send the knees away, lift the hips, squeeze the buttocks, then bring the knees in, then release, and then gently back down. That's 1. Good. Nice deep breath in. You may need to keep resetting your feet. Send the knees away, come up, bring the knees together, put your fingers on your buttocks. It helps your brain engage where you want that energy to go, with that engagement down. And again, nice deep breath in, send the knees away, come up, squeeze, and release, and then gently down. We've got 2 more. Nice deep breath in, come up, squeeze, and release. Last one. Deep breath in, send the knees away, squeeze, and release, and down. Some of you might have remember that's a good old Jane Fonda exercise. Bless her. Okay, good. So what we're going to do now is lengthen our legs out all the way. We should have now a little bit of an arch in our back, in our lower back. I'd like you to take your arms up as if you're like a cactus, either side. Allow your fingertips to touch the floor and your elbows. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you do and blow out, I'd like you to tilt your pelvis to push your lower back into the floor, but keep your elbows and your fingertips on the floor. And then release. Nice deep breath in. Push your lower back into the floor, tilt your pelvis. And release. For some people that may not be very challenging. Nice deep breath in. Tilt the pelvis, push it into the floor. If it's not very challenging, take the arms up higher. You may get to a point where the elbows do come off. And release. Last one. Deep breath in. Push your lower back into the floor by tilting the pelvis, squeezing the glutes, and hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Okay. Bring the arms down by the side. Bring one knee up. Cross the other knee over. Whereas we would normally try and get the shoulders back to the floor, I'd like you to keep the shoulders off the floor this time. So what we're going to do is take a deep breath in. We're going to thread our arms through, keeping our shoulders off the floor. And now our this leg, I'd like you to lift up and then bend your toes down towards your nose. And really try and get your chin or your nose to your toes. Holding for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Allow that to come down. We're going to change over sides. So uncross the legs, cross them over the other way, lift up, extend the leg up, and nose to toes. You should feel a lovely stretch now through the buttock. Again, this helps if you sit down quite a lot, just to help release any tension in the buttocks. 3, 2, 1. I'm really sorry about the time. We've got one more exercise to do. Let that back down. Then I'd like you to put your feet together, knees together. Allow your knees to open. Nice deep breath in, and what we're going to do is we're going to come up into a bridge again, so a butterfly bridge. So nice deep breath in, and as we tilt our pelvis, squeeze our buttocks, glutes, and then lower down. Let's go 5 more times. Deep breath in, coming up, and down. Tilt. Push the lower back into the floor, tilting the pelvis, coming up, really engaging that lower abdomen. Down we go. Let's go one more time. Deep breath in. Try to keep the knees apart, coming up and lower down. Amazing. Okay, everyone, bring the knees back together. Bring the knees up into tabletop, hands behind the knees. Deep breath in. And as we blow out, we're going to send the feet away and come up into a seated position. I'm going to put my left hand on the floor, bend my right leg, right hand on the floor, and I'm going to rotate and come into a pike position, and then gently coming up, standing up. Roll the shoulders. Well done, everybody. Thank you so much. Please join us in our other classes. Obviously, we've got Darius on Monday with BoxFit at 12:30. Tom at 8:30 on Tuesday morning for getting started. And then Amy for LBT on Tuesday at 12:30. We're back again on Wednesday, and I hope to see all of you. Thanks, Alistair. Kaz is getting started at 10:30 on Thursday, on Thursday is Mind and Body, and on Friday is Attack with Kaz as well. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to YouTube and join our other classes. They're all uploaded, so you can go back and see them again. Put yourself through the enjoyment, the pain, whichever way you want to look at it. But please keep enjoying us. That's why we do these classes, all because for you. Any feedback in the chat is always good, bad, or indifferent. It's lovely to see some really regular faces here every week. But it's great having your cameras on. Okay, great to see you. See you next week, everyone.